It was supposed to be live, but YouTube has been screwing us hard all day. So you're getting a produced video with better audio and more organization instead. So have a look at the sun in 171 angstroms on the final day of 2018. Don't worry, people. We don't think that there are any alien spacecraft siphoning plasma out of the sun. Nice filamentary activity going on there. Check it out. Also, a little dance going on up on this part. Actually, we made note of this magnetic plasma bubble earlier, which is responsible for the acceleration of the solar wind, by the way. How about an update on the fish? There's Phelps. There's Jaws. Hi, Jaws. Yeah, she's a great white. And there's Jim's tail. And there's a tablet PC on which Jim is watching television. Actually, now they're all watching television. Yeah, they've watched Breaking Bad and most of the good shows. Right now they're watching some cartoon called Recess. I have no idea what that's about. Here's an indoor tomato update. Here's a penny for scale. It's slow but steady. Not quite the size of a pool ball yet, but it's getting there. And the main purpose of the video is to talk about another milestone in subscribers. We've reached 750. Check it out. Thanks, everybody. We didn't expect to get so high. We're glad we did, as it has enriched our channel in a way we could have never done by ourselves. By the way, there's our officially endorsed channels. Please feel free to stop by youtube.com/smashomash and check out these channels' videos also. Take a look at the line of sight field plot on the Gong 2. And you can see this part of the field is being held back by this active region right here. Pretty cool. And let's get the last complaints of the year out of the way. Google doesn't know how to write software, by the way. We just discovered that YouTube Studio doesn't work with the screen oriented in landscape mode. Wow, what a joke. Facebook can't write software, Netflix can't write software, Google can't write software. And there ends the complaining of 2018. Wanted to stop by today's video and give shout outs to everybody who commented. All those awesome people out there. People such as Barbara Fritchie and Ula Odrup. I don't know if I said it right. I sure hope I did. And Darren Beasley and Rod Wayne and Elva Thompson and McCastile 2112. I hope that's a Rush reference. Thumbs up for that. Michael Castile and David Stevenson. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by and thanks for commenting. We do appreciate that. And there's your geospace magnetic perturbations, North America version. It's looking less anomalous than it was this morning. Here's your global perturbations. We've got some pretty serious anomalies here in the southern Indian Ocean. We have basically a Hall current that's going right from the North Pole to the South Pole, right across here. And here is the same view from the poles, the same data from the poles, that is. Polar view. South Pole's looking weak and the North Pole's looking strong. Take a look at spaceweathernews.com as we saw some anomalies earlier in the F2 ionosphere. X-ray flux is looking normal. BTBZ's pretty convergent. We're getting another phi angle signal here. It looks pretty steady right there. An ongoing coronal hole connection there. Going to raise the earthquake risk going into the new year. Small uptick in the solar wind density, up to maybe 5 or 6 protons per cubic centimeter. As we get a small downtick in the wind speed, that might start to fluctuate. Keep an eye on that one. Magnetometer is looking low. And the KP index is back down to 0, so there's a bit of a cosmic ray alert. Although we don't see a whole lot of that yet, as I've checked all of the monitors that we usually look at, and no across-the-board increase. Here's your Cygnets forecast. Same thing we saw this morning. We do see a crossing of the electron flux. You see how those lines are crossing there. That indicates higher levels from one satellite to the other. And for those of you who don't watch regularly, that means midnight local time for the satellite, and that means noon local time for the satellite. Because there's 2 satellites, each gathering data at these 2 different density levels. And that is measured at the F2 ionosphere layer. And let's look and see if we still have these anomalies. Yeah, the F2 layer is looking a little weird here. See this green area here. That's a bit strange. Also, you see this going through the Indian Ocean here. That's not particularly normal. And just a few minutes ago, Antarctica was more charged than it is now. This charged area here, you see what's that aqua color, 7 megahertz. That was actually extending all the way down to Antarctica just a few minutes ago. So that's pretty odd. And I would attribute that to the disparity in the magnetic fields. You know, we're getting stronger fields up here and weaker fields down here. Kind of makes sense to the big picture. There's your aurora forecasts, surprisingly weak. And let's check out global incident map. Trying to stay off government websites like the U.S. downgrade service as much as possible. Let's see. Another deep quake in Indonesia 7 hours ago. 5.1 in Japan. Looks like a little uptick here. 4.0 in Tajikistan. 3.4 in the British Virgin Islands. A deep quake in Tonga at 170 kilometers. They should remain on alert for a mid-5 magnitude quake. Another, what used to be a rare quake in the North Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Now we're seeing them once a week. See if anything new's going on with volcanoes. Shivalucha explosive activity continues. 19,000 foot high ash plume. Sabancaya. Unable to detect. Wow, they don't even know how high the ash is going. How about that? Also, we've got Fuego, Popocatépetl, Krakatau, Shivaluch, Tucono, Reventador, and Sabancaya. And let's talk for a moment about the origin of the name smAsh. A name coined in 1999 to play FPS online. I wanted a destructive sounding name that sounded Irish or Scotch. This is me playing, by the way. The map is called Adlerness and the game is called Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. Here's me hiding behind my unconscious teammate to avoid gunfire. Here's a headshot. Boom, headshot. And the map is over. This was a scrim, by the way. We won this map in like 2 minutes and 20 seconds or something. Close things out with a view of the sun and 94 angstroms. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. Let's make 2019 a fantastic year. Be safe out there. Have a delightful New Year's Eve. Be safe. Be enlightened. Question everything. And if anybody tells you it's settled science, you tell them they don't know what science is. We will be back tomorrow at our regularly scheduled time and regularly scheduled channel. Remember, on New Year's Eve, if you're driving, don't drink. And if you drink, don't drive. And if you get a chance not to drive, don't drive. I'm not leaving home for the rest of the year.